Hey, welcome back to the Backyard Professor Chess videos. This is the Backyard Professor, and you are my fantastic audience. Thank you for joining me in this really interesting game that I played 2 weeks ago, I believe, in our Backyard Professor Fan Club Chess Club on Lichess, which you are more than welcome to come and join and enjoy and have some fun with us. We're doing tournaments, we're doing exercises, we're doing tactics, puzzles, we're bantering back and forth and having a ball, getting to know each other. We're getting more and more new people in it that really is making it a lot of fun. 2 weeks ago I played Grandmaster 3905 in the Blitz tournament. I believe the time control was 5 minutes plus 3-second increments after every move. Really a kind of a cool time control. I don't mind it, but I am just no good at Blitz. I'm really not. And I see it's the wave of the future, so I've got to begin to get better and better. But with my limited time, I have to play chess as I can, and so many people want to play me, and I'm very grateful for that. I love playing you guys online. If I refuse or decline an offer a few times, don't be discouraged. I'm not mad at you. Don't take it personal. I'm just trying to limit the number of games I'm playing at this point, simply because when I get to so many, it's not really good chess either for you or for me, because I just can't keep track of it all, you know. But I want to play good chess. So this is me taking on a much higher rated chess player in the tournament, and I want to share this game with you. He's quite a few hundred points higher than I am rating, and I'm playing the white, he is playing the black. So I hit him with the queen pawn opening, technically the queen gambit if he plays it the way a normal queen gambit is played. I'm going to play the opening salvo of the queen gambit this way, and he looks like he's doing really, really well with his fianchetto. He's got a... I'm going to play conservatively because I'm playing a much higher rated player who intimidates me with his name, Grandmaster 3905. So he has good aspirations, which is really wonderful. And I don't doubt that he can get there. Now, he's going to fianchetto both bishops. That's really kind of interesting to me. I'm going to go ahead and castle. This guy is really good. So I have a double fianchettoed bishop that I'm going to have the opportunity to contend against and try to figure out how to take on this guy. It's not going to be easy. I'm still playing somewhat conservatively just to see what he's going to do, and now he begins his development in earnest. Now, I have seen, it's either in Capablanca's or Alekin's chess games that I don't get a playthrough near enough. In this particular opening, I've actually seen criticism against white pushing the rook to the E file. I know it's supposed to come to either the C or the D. This rook probably should have come to D and then pushing the center pawns. I put it to E to oppose his rook, and that may not have been the best thing. We'll see. So, and he's going to keep a firm but small center. There's no technical weaknesses anywhere that I can see. Wait. Don't play the wrong move, dude. Did I go there? D5. Yeah, I came D5. I'm going to gain a little space. Don't know if that's going to work or not. He came to E5, and now with the center contesting, I haven't had a chance to look over this game real carefully, but just thinking about it, it really might have been interesting if I'd have taken that on passant. Although it would have opened the partial file for his rook, if I remember. Remember, this is just a 5-minute game. Really, seriously, I find I get into time trouble truly, because I'm trying to do a good opening, and I'm trying to make sure I don't really muff things in the center, or if he does get a wing attack, I can control the wing attack or stop it, whatever. And so 5 minutes, you don't have time to analyze and think like you do in correspondence, which is why I really enjoy correspondence, but I do need to practice this stuff. So I let him push the central pawn, and I'm wondering now if it would have been better for me to take that out. We'll see. I came to bishop d2. See, in a way, I was thinking he was going to start pushing this to hit me, and in a way I wish I would have put my knight to g5 right here and pushed the f-pawn and got my bishops onto the king side. I don't know, there are so many options, and I'm playing such a good chess player that I wanted to... I'm kind of intimidated, I'm kind of tiptoeing, so to speak, but I want to make sure I don't create any great big huge glaring weaknesses in my position, but I'm feeling him out. I've never played him before. He's been a member of our club for quite a while. He's a great club member, a lot of fun. So I'm kind of feeling him out, and I'm realizing, okay, look, I have an option here. I have more space, center space, because of this pawn, but I can do a queen side. My bishops are pointed right. I have a knight, and my queen is already over here somewhat. Yes, I can point those to the king side, and he has bumped some pawns, but his king isn't by himself. He's got this wonderful guardian, this wonderful guardian. So there's no weaknesses in the king side. Maybe I can create something on the queen side. And so that became my strategy after I gently opened with as much care as I knew how to do. And he comes right at me. A5. Okay, here we go. Game on. Now, 5 minute. I know I'm making a big deal about this, but to me it is a big deal because you have to just be lightning fast. You have to just bing, 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 bing. If I would have done this, yes, it could have given me a potential great post for a knight. But I can't get there just yet. That's not it. I'd have to come here, here, and here. His pawn structure, I saw that his pawn structure would have prevented me for the time being, and I want to do a queenside attack. So to close this off for the sake of a questionable, you know, I can bring my rook into here and bring my other rook into... I've already moved that rook, though, so I would have lost the tempo, but pop the rooks down here and try a real solid queenside. But I have to open up some files in order to get an attack, right? Otherwise, what's the point? So closing it, and see, I'm thinking through all this in just a couple of seconds. Or at least I'm trying to. I probably burned 4.5 minutes on my 5 minutes thinking through this. I finally decided I had better take it because I do need to open up some files. Now see, this should have been just automatic. I played enough chess that I know in order to get an attack, you open up the file. You ding-a-ling, dude. Come on! You knew that! So I went ahead and did this, and he took it with the rook. Not a problem. Knight to b5. I do have a post, not a permanent one, but at this point, I'm trying to probe for weaknesses, right? Do I have a knight sacrifice here to create more weaknesses? In a way, you take this, and now I would have had 2 2 targets. True, the queen would have taken, and so the queen can support those at the moment, but once I bring up a pawn and start exchanging and getting some rooks over here, I could chase that queen away, and then I would have some targets. You see, that's kind of why that's what I'm trying to think and figure out a way to do this with him. So the potential is there. The potential is there. And he comes right back to rook a8. He's playing it safe too because he's heard that I'm sensitive, so he doesn't want to blow me off the board. Bless your heart. We're having too much fun. I came to here, make sure. See, my bishop's okay here, but not really. I mean, it's developed. But here, I start touching the center. And that's important because here, I start touching the center. I know it's guarded at this point. I just need to maintain contact, make sure nothing gets wildly out of hand with this guy because he is so much higher rated. He probably knows a lot more central tricks than I do, right? So again, I'm playing it somewhat safe. And then 8-6, and I realized, what a rookie, what a wannabe, what a monkey. I'm teasing you, bud. I promise, no. No, what this does, and you say, well, he's pushing his pawns in front of his king. That's true, he is. However, he is maintaining them. It's not that he doesn't have guardians around his king, but he is gaining space, but he could be preparing for an attack on me because his center is secure. He's got a great center, and that's one of the criteria for a kingside attack. You have a strong center, then you can do a kingside attack, and when they start pushing the 8-6, that means they're coming in with the, he's going to chase my guardian off. I don't have the fianchettoed bishop like he does. So that kind of caught my attention. I said, okay, the knight material into here and bringing the other knight into here. He could bump this pawn quick and drop a bishop into here. His queen can zip in here real quick. So I push the h-pawn, which creates a weakness. Absolutely. Now my dark squares are weaker. And I knew that, but he's kind of making some introductory remarks here. Now knight c5, great post on his part, yeah. I hope you saw that. I did see that. That was one reason why I wanted to have a knight post too, because I saw he's going to have a good knight post, and he's going to be able to stop me from a little bit more from attacking directly in the center and trying to weaken his center. He wants a solid center if he's going to kingside attack me, so that knight move makes perfect sense. Believe it or not, that knight move can actually help in a kingside attack. And you go, what? It's over on this side of the board. That does not matter. Let's keep watching. This is really fun to observe. Because of that, I'm willing to exchange. And you say, wait a minute, dude, you got to keep your bishop pair. You got to keep the bishop pair. Read the position, and then, no offense to any of you, but get off your lazy butts and start studying Jeremy Silman's materials. He did not become an international master because he played lousy chess or his system didn't work. Right? Reading this chessboard at this point, and I haven't changed this yet, I'm not sure if I can because his setup is so good. It is a knight's chessboard. Yeah? The central pawns, you see those central pawns? No real blatant weaknesses. Potentials for knight outposts. Take his knights. Because he set it up so his knights are going to be stronger than my bishops. Yes? So the clue, if you'll study your Silman, which I strongly recommend, I promise, is to exchange the knight. There's no reason to let him have that post. especially when it can help in a potential kingside attack. Now watch, he's going to write in the comments, dude, you don't have a clue what you're talking about because I wasn't thinking anything you were saying. That's true. This is my side of the story. He's probably going to be right too. But every move he's making so far seems to be genuflections toward a kingside. Or at least maintaining a very strong center and coming at me through the center, which is also very dangerous. Okay, make the move, make the move. So I did bishop b4. And now knight f to d7. So he pulls back to support on the queen side because I have been emphasizing the queen side. And I said, well, all right, but I am going to exchange that knight. I'm not kidding. That's a good posted knight. And now, and yeah, you say, well, I mean, you're wasting your time. You gave up the bishop pair. He still has a knight posted. But the difference now is it's not on the king side. And he has advanced his pawns. And this is all going through my head at 100 miles an hour. You don't have time to really explore in depth, but in my opinion, I was making progress at this point in the game. I was saying, okay, his king side, but it does open up. I know, I see. And it gives huge potential for a pawn roller. I'm aware of that. I've got this bishop shut down for the moment, but I'm still not out of danger here, and I really don't seem to be making any progress on the queen side, man. He's playing good. Notice how he's basically stopped me from making any weaknesses on his queen side. It's not weak. Yeah, this, and maybe I should have. But still, I mean, there's no way to... I sacrifice a knight. There's still, well, rook's in. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have been so hesitant to go ahead and go after this guy. I don't know. Let's see. And I actually came back. Knight c3. What a coward! What a coward! Now watch. Central push. Yeah, here we go. Central push. And now I got to do some quick thinking here. Knight to d4, and then central push, rook e5. See, now I've got the weakness. He has created a weakness directly, or I mean, not me. I've got a target, I meant, but he's reinforcing the target. I said weakness, sorry. So that he can possibly bring the queen here and then bring his other rook over. Because he can push this f to, he's basic. It's in the introductory phases of a potential attack. So I bumped over to here, fork his queen and bishop. That's the value of a knight. I have a great d5 pawn. I own d5. He'll never take it away from me unless he exchanges his bishop or his rook, which he won't do. So use the material advantages, use my positional advantage to thwart his attack and make my own. Queen e7, and then I took the guardian of the bishop. I did. I confess, I was very, very happy that I got that in. Take away the guardian of the... I meant king, the guardian of the king. Take away the guardian of the king. My center is still okay. His rook is kind of somewhat dubiously placed, I was thinking. So I'm going to hit his rook, and then he takes it on passant. What a chicken. Come on! Let me have your rook, dude! However, I'm thinking at this point I'm doing okay maintaining. I'm not getting blown off the board, and I have had a couple of options here that have done okay, but he's really starting to become powerful. Yeah, rook on files, yeah. Right? Come on, dude, that's what I do. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Notice how well he does it, too. I mean, and now he's hitting the weakness, the behind pawn, because quite frankly, I'll keep that center closed forever, so he's got to do something, right? And I'm thinking, okay, let's make sure that I have some options, and then he hits his target. Yeah, I've got weaknesses right in the center, and here he comes. Really good. Look at this. I know it's guarded, but look at that angle he's got. Thank goodness that wasn't the bishop, or I'd have lost that rook, right? So he's doing good here. I've got to hustle and figure out what am I going to do here, and then he goes ahead and takes rook e1. Now, what he does here, it's to his advantage. I'm thinking, at this point in the game, I'm thinking, you know what? I did not play this right, because it's to his advantage to exchange the rooks at this point. And here's why. Queen takes e1. Queen takes e1. Because look at the wonderful centralization he gets with tempo. Check. And he's hitting my knight. And I'm going, oh, man. Oh, man. So I go to king h1, and he brings his knight to e4. Now that's a very interesting choice. The queen and the knight together make a dynamic duo against a king, no joke. But that is a wonderful outpost. That's permanent. The only way to get rid of that knight is to exchange it off, just like I did this last one here. But I don't have the resources to start. I've got to be careful, because I'm getting more and more in a precarious situation. I went ahead and decided bite the bullet and do it anyway. Lose my bishop. Queen takes e4. And I said, man, I was hoping he would take it with the pawn. He is literally forcing me into an exchange of the queens. So I will take the queens. We're into the end game. Can I do an end game with a guy who is so much stronger than me? And then it dawned on me, hey, I made it into the end game with this much higher rated player. Unfortunately, I've got the knight, he's got the bishop. The board, it can go either way. I don't know. I think I can make this work. We shall see. 54. And then I decide, okay, get your king into this. Bishop takes c4. Yeah, I mean, you know, I can't save the pawn. To push it would have just given him an advance on his pawn majority. And he's got me in the endgame because of the pawn majority, which really sucks. So I've got to play really, 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 really hard, right? And it's not going to matter much. He's got a target. I'm going to come to knight e6, put this on the outpost, hitting a target. And it's a target that will give me a passed pawn, so I may be able to get that pawn for the moment. This pawn and this pawn, not much of a hope. I'll tell you what. And then he takes the, yeah. Now I'm in trouble. In the end game, he's got me. Unless I can somehow pull a miracle rabbit out of my hat with my knight, which I will try to do. Bishop f7 here, knight to b5, hitting my target again. He will, of course, push the d5. Yes, knight to, whoops, d6, hit the bishop. King g7. However, I can't exchange. I can't, because I'm in the end game, I'm in a blitz game, and he'll simply run the pawns in. And I don't think I'll be able to stop him there. So, came to here, check. Knight f5, king g6. Bumped up g4, yeah, stop his pawn, give me an outpost, so I don't have to move back, and here we go. He's going to blister me here. So I bring my king further into this. I say, okay, I got to use my king, got to use my king. Here comes his king, here comes my king. King e3, king e5, he shuts me down. That dirty rat! Knight to d4, And I should have taken the... See, this is a blitz game, guys. I should have taken the H-pawn. Oh, how fun in retrospect, yes. Bishop E8, knight F5. Bishop D7, hitting my knight. Now he does want to exchange the bishop for the knight. I don't want to, he does. If I can keep off the same color white, his bishop will be null and void, and my knight's going to bounce around and eliminate all his pawns. That's the fantasy. However, he shows me a dose of reality. King D2, bishop E6. He's playing it well. Centralize the bishop. I've got to get a pawn in. So I'm forced to do this, I'm thinking, and he's going to get a pawn in, and I'm going to have to fight him with the queens. So here we go, G5, H3. He's going to queen first unless I pull a miracle out of my hat. G6, H2. Here we go, here we go. G7! Oh, he's got my queening square covered. That dirty skunk! So, now the disadvantage of the knight versus the bishop shows up. Yeah, man. So, he gets his queen. He gets the little lady. So, let's do this. Check and fork the king and queen. Except I'm one square off. Brats! Dirty rat! So king F4 and knight F6. Let's see if I can do this anyway. I will defy the odds. No, I won't. He's going to absolutely blister cake me here. He's got another pawn that's going to make it in. And then he does this. Now he's showing off. Now he's showing off. I mean, use your queen for Pete's sake. And yeah, the only thing I can do is take the pawn. And of course, he'll queen the e-pawn now. Yeah. 2 queens on the board. I've got to get a queen. So I get a queen, but he chickens out and plays the dirty trick. Smart. Smart. I told you he was higher rated than me. He's a great player. I really enjoyed this game, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. That's another queen. And now I've got him right where I want him. He's going to be overconfident, and he's going to blow it. And I'm going to win. Except he goes check. And I go king d5. And I go, ha! Catch me if you can! And then he rudely does something stupid like this. Queen e5 check. Ay, ay, ay. King 6, of course. And then queen g to c5. Check again. And it was here that I resigned. Fun game, though, man. This is why you want to play higher-rated players, because there's so much good you can learn from them, yeah? Right? Now, I was thrilled for a different reason. Now, Grandmaster 3905, of course, deserves the win. Good job. Great game. He's a fabulous chess player. I hope to play more chess against him. That's the only way to improve ourselves, right? You just got to eat humble pie for a while and get blister caked like this, and then eventually you'll get to where you can play him stronger. But I had a moral victory in myself for this reason. I took him all the way down to the end game. I did not get blown off the board. I had a couple of tactics that I was able to see fast enough in a blitz game of all times and be able to utilize. I didn't really necessarily blunder anything stupid away, even though my strategy and my placement of my pieces and all didn't work out. I did not just blow it and get clobbered. No, I played him tough all the way to the end. So that's me crowing about my moral victory for myself. Grandmaster 3905 deserves all the credit for that win. No joke. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a great chess player. Play him online if you can get a hold of him. He's a fun guy. I love it. So, but the thing is, the more we play chess, you don't get just decimated and destroyed. You do in increments. Unfortunately, they're smaller increments. That's just the way it is, you guys. Unless you're Bobby Fischer, and I got bad news for you. None of you are. Neither am I. So drop that dream and get busy studying chess and playing better players and enjoy the game and the process, because we all lose. I guarantee Grandmaster 3905 has lost as many games as I have in his career. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been as good as he is. And congratulations for being as good as you are, but he will get better also. Fun stuff, this thing we call chess. So there's your chess-a-size, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed showing it to you. Grandmaster 3905, I'm looking forward to more. And in the meantime, remember, you are awesome. Don't argue with me. Whoever tells you otherwise just doesn't get it. You are awesome. But be safe, be smart, and be safe, do good, be well, be happy. Yeah, baby. Have a great day. Spend your dash properly. And I will see you in the next Backyard Professor Chess video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to have thousands more through the years. So, and they're getting better and better and better. I'm not saying that to brag. My audience has been saying that in the comments. So, and what the heck? If we're improving, then that's always pure bonus. So thank you, you guys, for all your support and your help and your love and your enjoyment and your chess. You rock. Now shut up, dude. They've got other things to do in life. All right. Hasta la vista, baby. And remember what Schwarzenegger said. I'll be back. And then Johann Sebastian came around and he said, no, I'll be back. Okay. All right, fine. Don't laugh. Okay, it was corny. Shut up. Come here, come here. Turn that camera off, you moron.